Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing very well. Today I'm doing a fun, chatty handbag roast video. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos and I was just in the mood to talk about handbags and to talk about all the handbags which I'm just, I'm not loving them. So this video, Sassy Josephine is going to be appearing in this video. So if you can't take her, then this video might not be for you. I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on these handbags in an unapologetic way. Of course, if you have one of these handbags, they're just bags. It's just my opinion on a handbag. And yeah, I'm sure there's going to be handbags here which you have. I don't mean to offend anyone, it's just my honest, authentic opinion. And I'm sure there's going to be handbags in my collection which you've seen and you've thought, I wouldn't spend the money, not my cup of tea. Speaking of that, if you haven't checked out my handbag collection video, I think you should because it's such a fun video and you get to see the kind of bags that I actually really like and that I'm happy to spend my money on. Now that I've given you a disclaimer, proceed with caution, you may get offended. I'm going to go straight in there. In my last one of these kinds of videos, I don't think I talked about this handbag or this brand because I was a bit worried about offending people, but I'm just gonna be honest, okay? It's not necessarily the brand, it's more the bag. I'm talking about Telfar. I said it. I said what I said and I meant it, okay? The Telfar bags, I know they've kind of had a bit of a resurgence and they've kind of come up again because, you know, Beyonce made that song about her Telfar bags and I've never seen the hype when it comes to this bag specifically. Telfar as a brand, I'm definitely interested in and I would love to get something from the brand, but the bag that everybody hypes, I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't, surely I can't be the only one that's like, this is the bag that we're talking about, that has huge wait lists, that are impossible to get your hands on. This is it. I'm confused. Anybody else confused? Like, what I don't like about the bag, and I think this is probably the big thing that really puts me off, and I'll tell you guys a second thing which puts me off. First thing that really puts me off is the way the bag, the leather or vegan leather material, let's just say material, the material that the bags are made out of, I don't like the fact that they're kind of warped and wrinkly, and not wrinkly, but they're warped. They look cheap. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Okay. They look cheap. I don't like the way that the material looks. I know that these bags are either vegan leather, pleather, they're not made out of animal products, but I don't like the way that the bags look. And I've seen how they look new and also how they look when they've been used. It just doesn't look good to me. I don't get it. I think people, in my opinion, I think people are hyping this bag because of the brand, which I think is great. It's great to support this brand, but I need to support a brand in an authentic way and just buy something that I genuinely love, and I just don't love this Telfar bag. I don't get the hype. I don't like the big version. I don't like the mini versions. And also the second thing which I don't like is the design. There's just nothing, to me, there's been nothing put into the design of the bag which appeals to me. It's literally the simplest tote bag with a logo at the front. There's no kind of quilting or stitching. Well, there's stitching, but there's nothing about the bag in the design. If you took away the logo and the brand, there's nothing about the bag which makes the bag stand out. So I don't get why it's the price that it is, and I really don't understand the hype behind it. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving on before I say anything else. I've got my phone in my hand, so I'm going to be looking at my phone because it's got all of the list of bags, because there's a long list, okay? There's a long list. Grab yourself a snack, a cup of tea. We're going to be here for a while, okay? Okay. Next bag that I don't like, I think it's a relatively new bag, is the Gucci Blondie bag. I think it's new. Again, to me, this is just a meh bag. There's nothing particularly special about the bag, and the main thing which I really don't like about this bag is the logo at the front. Don't get me wrong, Gucci is unapologetically Gucci. They're in your face, they're loud, and I love that brand. I love that about the brand. They're so Italian and I love it. This logo at the front reminds me of old Gucci, like Gucci before Gucci Marmont. Personally, I prefer the Gucci Marmont logo. I'm not into this Gucci logo. Doesn't do it for me. I also really don't like how prevalent the logo is. It's really in your face, and the design of it, the logo, just the way that it overall looks reminds me of bags which, when I'm on holiday and I see certain stores and they're selling replica bags, I feel like I've seen bags that look like this. I don't know, to me it looks like a replica bag. The design of it, the obnoxious huge logo and how it just stands out at the front, and also the fact that they're using that kind of logo. There's just something about it that gives me replica bag, that it's not authentic. Just, yeah, I'm not feeling this bag. Oh, okay, let's do another big one, Jacquemus. And again, I think last time I held off from talking about this bag because I know a few people personally or on my personal social media that have this bag. Not that they watch my channel, but I just felt bad talking about it. But this time, I'm being honest, okay? I'm just gonna be honest with you. The Jacquemus Le Chiquito bag, and specifically the large versions, okay? I'm not into this bag at all, okay? I'm really not that keen on the oversized, awkward handle. Just on the mini versions, it's not so in your face, but in the large versions, I've seen people wear the large version crossbody, and the handle is so big that it's right up their chest, and it just looks odd. This bag, I've never been that keen on this bag. I've never got the hype, and today I'm going to declare it on the internet that this is just, I don't get it. I don't get the fact that there's only one handle. I don't get why the handle has to be so big and so oversized. It looks odd when you, I can't imagine it looking good when you just wear it with that oversized handle by the top handle like that. And it just looks odd when you wear a crossbody because it looks like it's about to knock you out. I do like the Bambino bag from Jacquemus. That is a bag that I would consider from the brand. I love the fact that they do it in loads of different colours, and they now have a large version which I think is quite nice. Next bag I'm going to be talking about, and I feel like it's been reissued in the last few months or this year. I haven't really kept up with it, but I've seen quite a few people unboxing this bag, and it's the Fendi Sequence Bag. I've seen the original version in purple. I've also seen it in different colours, multicolours, and like, I get it, okay? I get it if you are a Fendi collector, and I know the purple version is, you know, quite a nostalgic bag. It's very of a certain era, so I understand if you just want to buy it, to be honest. If you want to buy the bag, buy the bag. However, if you're a Fendi collector, I would understand. I'm not the biggest Fendi person, like the brand doesn't really appeal to me that much. However, I get it if you're a collector and you love the brand. However, the sequence bag, I don't get it. Personally, I struggle. I personally would struggle justifying a bag made out of that material because it's not cheap, okay? None of these bags are cheap, but the sequence versions look kind of cheap. Oh, I just think they look inexpensive. That's a more polite way of saying it. They look like bags that I would make at school, and then I would bring back and I'd show my mum and be like, oh, look at this masterpiece that I've made at like 10 years old. She'd be like, oh, I love this bag, and it just be shoved somewhere. I'm just gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. Oh, Dior East bag. I think it's called like the East. Let me Google it before I say the wrong thing. I've heard it be called the East-West bag, but on the website it's called the Lady D Joy bag, and it's like the Lady Dior bag, but it's like the squished version. So it's as if you got a Lady Dior bag and you just squished it down. I'm not keen on the shape of this bag. I just think it looks, I like it, it's the kind of bag that I would find in like a cool aunt's wardrobe, like shoved right back in there. She bought it back in the day when it was really cool. I don't know, it gives me vintage vibes, which, don't get me wrong, I do love a vintage bag, but there's just something about the shape of this bag, the way that it looks in combination with the price. For me, they've kind of ruined a classic bag. They've taken a really beautiful bag and they've given it odd proportions, not keen on how long it looks. It's just, why? Who asked for this? Going back to Fendi, they've recently introduced a Fendi bag with the Fendi logo plaque. It says Fendi at the bottom of the bag. I don't know, to me again, it's like, oh, we really want to bring out a new bag. I'm pretending that I'm in a meeting at Fendi, like the big meeting, the board meeting, where they design all of the bags and what's coming up. So, you know, let's just pretend. So I'm in the Fendi meeting and, you know, we really need to come out with a bag. We need to come out with a new design, but we just can't think of anything that's just creative. I'm really stuck for ideas. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's just bring out a really simple hobo bag, stick the Fendi logo at the bottom. We'll see who buys it. To me, there's no kind of creative element of the bag. It's kind of, it feels like they've done a bit of a half job with it, okay? At least with the sequence bags, they've thought about it, okay? I don't believe much thought has really gone into this bag because they've just brought out a nice design. Like, don't get me wrong, the hobo bag style is really nice, but they've just thought, how can we Fendify this bag? Let's just stick the logo at the bottom of the bag, put it out on the market. Right, the next few bags are gonna kind of be part of a theme, okay? First one is the Chloe Woody tote. I know, everybody loves this bag, and I've seen it in real life, looked at it in store. The Chloe Woody tote, the canvas version. And I say the canvas version because, I'll tell you guys in a minute. No, I don't like, firstly, I'm not into canvas bags. I don't like canvas straps. I'm just not a fan of canvas bags. I just think they look very inexpensive, but not in a good way. I'm using the word inexpensive to be polite, because really what I would call it is cheap. I also think that they are impractical, the material, not easy to clean, and really, do you want to be like scrubbing a £300 canvas bag to clean it if you spill anything on it? Because I don't know, it might make the dye, transfer. Anyway, those are all the things that I think of when it comes to canvas bags. I'm not into them. Yeah, well, I'm not into high-end versions of them. I would buy a canvas bag, but it would be from like Zara or H&M, somewhere like that. It wouldn't be above £50. So I'm not into that. I'm also really not into the Chloe logo, how it just wraps around the handle. Again, I just think it's a bit obnoxious. I just think it's a bit obnoxious and in your face, but not in like, don't get me wrong, I love logos. I love the Louis Vuitton logo. I love logos, but for some reason on that one, I'm not feeling it. However, they've just brought out the full leather version of this bag, and the all black version with the contrast stitching, that's a little bit of me. I would definitely consider that bag. I mean, the next time I am down in London and I'm in a department store, I'm definitely going to search for it, have a look for it. I think the black version with the contrast stitching looks really high-end. Continuing on with canvas, and I know this is really going to upset some people, I'm also really not into the Marc Jacobs bag. I can't remember the name, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm not into high-end canvas bags, and when I say canvas, I mean like the clothy version, not like Louis Vuitton canvas, because I love me some Louis Vuitton canvas, okay? Let's get that straight. The Louis Vuitton one you can wipe away, and I overall like the logo. Yeah, not into the Marc Jacobs one, and I also really don't like the fact that it's called the tote bag or something like that. It literally just has the logo, Marc Jacobs, and then it just says the tote bag. I mean, like, again, Can you remember when I talked about the Fendi meeting? Like if I was at the Fendi meeting, that same concept to me applies to this bag. I feel like people at Marc Jacobs, they all sat down for a meeting and just couldn't quite, like their creativity was a bit low on that day, and they just thought, let's just stick our logo. What should we call it? Call it the tote bag. Duh. Moving on. This one's a big one, okay? The Chanel 22 bag. This bag, oh, it's kind of taken the internet in a strange way. A lot more people bought it than I actually thought would. You know, because I remember when that bag first came out, or when it was being put out, you know, people were speculating about it. When it came out, I was like, surely no one's gonna buy this bag. But people bought the bag, and I watched pretty much all of those unboxings because I love Chanel, and I wanted to see what people thought. There's been quite a lot of controversy when it comes to the quality of this bag, with it peeling. I'm sure if you put Chanel 22 bag, you're gonna see quite a few videos of people complaining about the quality of the bag, which I just think is unbelievable. At the price tags that Chanel is charging people, and then the quality is not matching up. It's just disappointing. And I'm not sure whether I mentioned this bag in my previous video, but yeah, I'm not that keen on the bag, not keen on the shape of it. It just reminds me of a JD shopping bag. If you're from the UK and you went to high school in 2010s kind of time, the ones which had the drawstrings and you put your PE kit inside, the 22 reminds me of that bag. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't get it, it's fine. I'll insert a picture of the JD shopper bags and you'll know what I mean. But it's just, yeah, again, I'm not keen on the design, but I do like the fact that it has I like the strap. It kind of reminds me of the classic flaps. I like the quilting because I do love Chanel quilting. I'm really not keen on just the Chanel logo. Like no, Chanel is double C. Why are they just doing the simple Chanel? And overall, it's just not a bag that I would be willing to spend that kind of money on. It's not a bag which offends me, but am I going to drop that kind of money on that bag? No. Continuing on with hobo bags, the Ysl Large Hobo Bag. It has a name, okay? It has a name. Can't remember what the name is. There's nothing about this bag which I'm like, and I don't like this feature. It's just, overall, not keen on it. It's just, I don't know. When I think of Ysl bags, or Ysl as a brand, I feel like they're very elegant bags. The logo's quite elegant. It's a French brand. It's just something about it makes me feel like understated elegance. And this hobo bag is everything but that. The shape and the design of the bag is okay. It looks like a really good practical bag, really good for work. Do you know what it is? I think it's the logo. I don't like the way that the logo is so big. I also don't like the way that the quilts on the bag are just so small and there's so many of them. I don't know. I don't even know what to say when it comes to this particular bag, but it's the overall look. It's very off-brand. In my opinion, it's very off-brand for Ysl. But I guess, you know, they can't just be doing the same thing over and over again. You've got to diversify yourself. But it's just when I think of a tote bag that Ysl could bring out, I mean, I can't even think of a design, but I just wouldn't picture this one. Yeah. Let's talk about another tote bag. Louis Vuitton has recently brought out a floral collection, and it's like part of their new range. Yeah. The whole collection, hideous, absolutely. Wow. Yeah, it's just, in my opinion, I don't know. Again, I can imagine this bag, you know, when I'm on holiday being sold in one of those replica shops. Yeah, I can imagine the bag being sold there because it just, the whole collection is hideous. But the Neverfull, it's kind of like, oh, why? Who asked for this bag? Like, who asked for this whole collection? Louis Vuitton right now, it's just one of the most confusing brands ever, and I've talked about this before. They keep discontinuing classic bags, the bum bag, other classic bags, and then they keep bringing out more bags. When you go on the Louis Vuitton website, you go on it if you go on it every week, you'll notice there's a new bag on their website every single day. They bring out new bags, it feels like every single week. Anyway, this is their latest collection. I'm not really that into their limited collections, it's just not for me. They just don't appeal to me, but a lot of them I can understand. A lot of them I think that is so fun, and if I was a collector, then I would definitely want a little piece of it. However, this collection, the floral design, just who seriously though, like, serious question, who asked for this? And will this sell out? And if it doesn't sell out, what are they going to do with these bags? Like, seriously, what do they do with these bags? Anyway, that is the end of this roast video. I feel like I have been, I've really expressed myself, okay? And I know some people will agree and some will disagree. Let's keep it polite, let's stay respectful, most importantly. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in a kind and respectful way. I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.